For George Soros, who's on a book promotion tour of China this week, it's third time lucky, as he himself admits. He's been predicting global financial meltdown for over 20 years. First in 1987, then again in 1998, and finally, and correctly, in 2008. Mr. Soros was speaking at Peking University on the topic of the causes of the global financial crisis to some of China's top students and business professionals. He said that, in his view, a super bubble has been building for 25 years and was bound to burst, but it has taken longer than he expected to come about. The financial guru also had good news for China and those investing in the country regarding its role in financial recovery.
But I think in some ways China is better situated than most other countries to have a lasting recovery. So I'm somewhat more optimistic about China than I am about other markets.
In conversation with Guanghua Management School President Professor Zhang Weiling, Mr. Soros said that while he is cautious about the prospects of any early global financial recovery, the outlook for China is much better than for other countries. This, he said, was due to China's financial system, where the influence of the state is much greater and means the government measures come into play much more rapidly. So what did Chinese investors think of the multi-billionaire's advice and predictions for China? Hugo Shong is founder of IDG-VC, a US venture capital firm operating in China.
At the time, I would like to ask Mr. Soros what his recommendation to all the advice he would give to the Chinese government, particularly now the Chinese financial market is only like 20% of the US financial market in total size. But then also China.
But George Soros isn't only known for his financial acumen and unsurpassed skill at getting out while the going is good. He has always mixed philosophy with his business and has used this to guide his financial activities. And when offered the chance to ask questions of one of the most famous investors in the world, a number of those attending chose to concentrate on this aspect of the man.
As a philosopher, who he thinks he is and what are the meanings for his life. He told the audience that he thought about these questions since he was very young, and he's still thinking about this, and he won't stop thinking about this until he dies. And he thinks this is the very basic and most important question a person should ask in one's life, to understand yourself.
And some of that philosophy, as well as his well-known market theory of reflexivity, is contained in Mr. Soros' latest book, The New Financial Paradigm, which was snapped up by eager fans. But for the many budding entrepreneurs, as well as seasoned business operators, it's the key to George Soros' legendary shrewd business sense that they'll be looking for in his writings. And if just a little bit of the Midas touch of this child war refugee and one-time waiter in a London restaurant can rub off on them, the visit to see him speaking in person will have been well worthwhile. For BON News, I'm Fergus Thompson at Peking University.